This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey book friends, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. And as always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, so that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, and he's a longtime fan who is guiding me through this journey. We'd like to acknowledge and thank our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Andre the Man in White, Chad Welsh, Sean McGuire, Johnny and Laura Lewis, and Rikky Morrisette. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank Smoke It Man for increasing their pledge over at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. Thank you so much for your continued support. It really means so much to us. Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout! We just wanted to let you all know that for the month of July, we are having a sale over at our Patreon. So if you have been thinking about supporting us or checking out our bonus content or getting some exclusive merchandise sent to you from us, you can go check us out at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. And we are offering 2 months free on an annual membership. So check that out. We also want to note that current patrons can up their pledge and get the same discount. Feel free to reach out to us on our Discord, Instagram, or Twitter, and we can answer any questions or concerns you might have about this. Feel free to check out our Discord, Instagram, or Twitter where you can connect with us and ask us any questions you have about this. All the information that you're looking for can be found over at our website at www.thewheelweavespodcast.com. In this episode, we're talking about chapters 24 and 25 of The Fires of Heaven.
Yeah, so chapter 24, we have a message sent, and chapter 25 is Dreams of Galad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like these. This is good.
Yeah, they're fun.
There's a lot of, intricate details. We can talk about stuff.
Yeah. Some good stuff happens.
Okay, I'm glad we'll get you going for this one.
Yeah, and I'm excited to sit down and take a break.
Yes.
From what's happening in our regular life.
Just like regular people lives, I guess.
We are headed out on a little summer road trip.
Yeah.
For the next week.
Yeah.
And we leave tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
So today has been quite the whirlwind of cleaning and packing and organizing. And I'm really happy we've made the time to just sit down, have a drink, talk about these chapters.
And then back to cleaning.
Yeah, but you know what this actually means for me?
What?
Is that on our road trip,
you can read.
I can read a book.
That was good planning. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
okay.
I did it. I did it on purpose. It's almost like I do things on purpose.
Not to, spoil things, but the 2 chapters after this are just terrible. So, know.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the fun fact.
Okay.
And this is a good one because it's about me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, get this. The very first time that I guested on What Spoilers was for these 2 chapters.
No.
Yeah, it was the first time I went on their show.
Oh, and there's probably no way I can listen to it.
No, not at all. For sure not. So, we talk about everything because it's like, it was the first time I got to dish about spoilers.
Yeah.
So I was super nervous, but I pulled through. Did a good job. So anybody who has read the series, I would say, go listen to these 2 chapters.
With What Spoilers?
Yeah, with What Spoilers. And it was really fun. And the funny thing is, back in the day, that was back with Seth and Patrick. But at the time of that recording, we had just entered Camelin in Eye of the World.
Wow.
Yeah, because we talked about that on the episode.
Wow. And did you go back and listen to your episode?
I did. I listened to this. Yeah, I did. I for sure did. So.
Do you have all the same points?
No, because I talked about other stuff and things totally not relevant at all to what we're going to be talking about today. So,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So, other facts.
That is I like that.
Also, I had one of probably my best jokes, but, that's for people who can go and listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see. All
right, we'll see.
Okay.
Put it on the list for media for me to take in.
4 years.
Yeah.
We're closing in on the time frame here.
We'll see. Okay, so let's get into this.
Yeah.
Last time we were together, we talked about the Trolloc attack, the Trolloc/Drakkar/Dark Friend attack.
Yes.
In the Mountain Pass.
Trying to kill Rand.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
And then we had Egwene looking at things happening and telling us what was happening.
Yes, very exciting.
Yeah, Egwene really didn't do much on her own.
No.
But we found out that they are in Cairhien now, and Couladin is being an annoying problem.
Yes, a murderous, annoying problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about it. So, chapter 24, A Message Sent, and our chapter symbol is the Cairhienin rising sun.
Yes. Because we're in Kyrian.
Okay. So we get an Egwene perspective. Well, you know, that's funny. I guess we're in Kyrian, but the entire thing happens in Tel'aran'rhiod.
Yeah, but her physical body's still here, so, I mean, it counts.
Yeah.
Counts. What would you prefer, like the Flame of Tar-Valon?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because she does do some channeling, sort of.
Yeah.
Maybe... Do the Forsaken have a chapter symbol yet?
Not really.
Because if anything, I should say that there's like...
I mean, it could be like the two faces.
That's
black.
Dark
That's kind of like
Friends,
that's what I'm saying.
though.
It's like that's kind of like the closest.
Yeah.
So
and then Lanfear has her own.
she does.
Maybe Moghedien needs her own.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, a spider.
Yeah. Or even the Tel'aran'rhiod, but that's the next chapter.
Yeah.
The like...
Plus, that's a specific symbol.
The swirly.
Mm-hmm.
Swirly whirly.
It's a specific one.
Yeah.
For the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
I know people think that.
I know people think that, but it's like, I don't know why people would think that. Maybe one day I'll convince you.
Maybe. Probably not.
That was when we first got introduced to the symbol, and you're like, no, that can't be it.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't even... Like, I'm pretty sure it's just the ring.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. Anyway, so we're in an Egwene perspective. We start off with Egwene telling us about all of her thoughts right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, they're all in Kyrian, and there's lots of plant life and water, and maybe...
She wants a bath.
A proper bath.
Proper bath, not the sweat tent situation.
Yeah. And the Aiel are getting used to this, like, change of scenery a little bit. Egwene's feet are sore.
There's a lot of thoughts. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Is it called exposition? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or something?
That's like, yeah.
It's just like filling us in on the feelings or something.
Exposition is a lot of, like, explanation about stuff happening.
Okay, I don't really understand the word, so I mean, okay.
I mean, like, who does really?
Nobody. Anyone who says they do is lying.
No, that's not true. We are.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
I just use big words to sound fancy.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time they're completely wrong, so.
But, it's okay.
Yeah. As long as I fool people into thinking
you
I'm
say
smart.
enough of them and you're going to get a couple right sometimes.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, okay. So, after we get about a page of Egwene eating dinner and thinking about reading a book that she borrowed from Aviendha because it has some stories about love, but she's not going to admit that she likes it to anyone because when we first met her, she said she liked stories of adventures.
Yeah.
But turns out she also likes the love stories.
You can have both. The funny thing is, like, she doesn't want to admit she likes the stories, but it's like she also borrowed it from Aviendha, meaning Aviendha has the book. Yeah. So, like, why are we embarrassed about the book sharing between two people who have the book?
I don't know. Why is Nynaeve embarrassed that she can't sew?
Because that's pretty embarrassing if you don't know how to sew.
Well, especially as a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know how to do that.
Right. Arya vibes.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
The important part is this book has stories about Brigida in it.
Right.
That's important.
That is important.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Egwene and Emmys are going to be meeting Nynaeve in Tel'aran'rhiod tonight.
Yes.
Coffee date. And
that's like the plan, but that doesn't happen.
No, that's the plan. Because we learned that she met with Elaine last time, who told her about the whole, like, circus and Galad stuff. And now this is the beginning.
Okay.
Of Egwene being a judgmental asshole for this entire episode.
I'm pretty sure that started a long time ago with Egwene.
No, it's starting, like, it's very clear how judgmental she's being.
It's getting worse.
It's the first time I think I thought of that word.
Like judgmental?
Judgmental.
Or asshole?
Judgmental.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get that.
She needs to check herself just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the way things are going, it doesn't sound like that's going to happen anytime soon.
No.
But I mean, okay.
Anyway.
What I did want to point out, though, is that she thinks that the girls are overreacting with the whole Galad thing.
That's what I mean.
But that's what I feel, too. Oh. I think they're overreacting.
But Egwene is doing this in a very judgy pants way.
Right. Okay, I get that.
She's being Little Miss Judgy Pants.
Yeah.
Oh, they just want to run off and find adventure. They don't even... It's not even that big a deal. They probably don't even have to stay traveling with that circus, but they probably love the life.
Right. Yeah, that's judgmental.
I was like...
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah. I was like, no. And
yeah,
then
it kind of seems...
even Elaine just need a firm hand. Like...
Yeah, it's like, what?
From
You're the one.
Like,
You're the
aren't
one.
You their friend? Like, I just don't understand where...
She's the one who set off her men's field because she wants adventure and she keeps doing stuff and like don't want to waste.
And now she's like, ugh, all they want is adventure.
It's like, Egwene, hello.
Okay, so I'm told one day everything will be okay.
About Egwene?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
Nynaeve and like I'm told that
we have a lot of books left, so there's time.
There's time.
It's not like they have to cram it into like one or two books.
Sure. Okay. So Egwene is looking forward to meeting Nynaeve tonight, but not because she's a friend.
Yeah.
Because she wants to see if the effects of that tower meeting are still holding.
Where she like beat her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was that entire...
It was a bad sequence.
Controversial...
Yep. Super bad. Not good.
Episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like after effects of...
Yeah.
It's
I
just
can't
bad.
wait to see if she's learned anything from what I taught her.
Yeah, so I want to ask you, so how are you feeling about this whole Egwene treatment of Nynaeve specifically thing? Because I get the whole she's being judgmental, but this is like definitely stepping up to a new level of...
She just thinks she's so much better.
And like she's intentionally manipulating someone she knows and cares about.
Yeah. Yep. I think that she likes feeling powerful. I think that Egwene feels like she knows more now that she's older and has something to teach Nynaeve.
And there was definitely like a reversal of roles.
Yeah, and she even thinks next chapter about how Nynaeve has such a temper and I don't have to put up with her temper anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like their entire journey through the Dragon Reborn, like 2-tier.
Yeah.
Where they were constantly fighting.
Like maybe it was really bad?
I feel like it was probably very bad.
Okay.
And I don't think that there's much of a relationship to Salvage. And I don't think either of them really recognize that.
Fair. And I mean, that is where we could be headed, where they're just like, they're not really friends anymore. I mean, friends fall out.
And they were
right?
never friends.
Yeah, I've
said this before.
True.
They were never friends.
It was
Nynaeve
mentor.
is a good,
like,
I don't know, decade or so, maybe-ish.
Yeah.
Older than her.
It was Wisdom and Wisdom Apprentice, so...
Right, and it was Egwene as a child and Nynaeve as an adult.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
For a lot of it. And then... Now Egwene is just coming into her own, just starting to feel like an adult, so she thinks that her and Nynaeve should be equals.
Yeah.
But they've never had a bestie friendship. Like, they've never had that. I mean, like, maybe they have, but my interpretation of it is... Not that. Like, what Egwene and Elaine have, and what, like, Egwene and Aviendha have, is, like, they're peers, they have this, like, kinship, they're friends. Yeah. But this whole Egwene Nynaeve power struggle, I'm over it.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Well, let's move on then.
Yeah, and I think Elaine gets it right later, where she calls Egwene arrogant.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also, Egwene really doesn't want Nynaeve to spill the beans and tell on her about that whole trip that she wasn't supposed to take. Yes. And so she really wants to get to Tel'aran'rhiod before Nynaeve does and before the Wise Ones do.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of, like, Egwene is covering lie on lie now with the whole Aes Sedai thing and the sneaking into Tel'aran'rhiod, and it's a whole bunch of bad stuff.
Yeah. So as Egwene drifts off to sleep, she's thinking about being as strong as any of the women in those stories, as strong as Aviendha. Yeah. So now that Egwene is in Tel'aran'rhiod, she's there early because she couldn't keep herself awake. Like, she was so tired, and we got that over and over. Yeah. But now she's in the Heart of the Stone by herself. So once again, excellent. Come back to the place where you feel like you're being watched.
Yeah, the same place. Because she is definitely...
not being watched. No, being watched.
Yeah.
No, that was sarcasm, but the sarcasm didn't come through.
No. So yeah, just to clarify, for sure being watched. And that leads to the question of, is she always being watched? And is everybody always being watched?
Probably. Well, especially with what happens at the end of this sequence.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of bad stuff.
It's very clear that they are definitely being watched.
Yeah.
Just by, like, which Forsaken at the time? I don't know, but this seems like there's like a gallery. Yeah.
So you can watch from anywhere.
You can watch from anywhere here. Yeah. Just wait for these freaking people to show up. And Egwene is also having some issues with fixing her clothes, which hasn't happened in a while. And I think that relates to what's going to happen later a little bit. I don't really know. I think that the entire Tel'aran'rhiod experience right now is being, like, manipulated in a way.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Because, like, why would Egwene all of a sudden...
You mean with, like, the whole Mogedian stuff?
That's the stuff.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
So you think there might be something starting to happen right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, because later on, and we'll obviously talk about it, but Mogedian is like, oh, Elaine is working with Brigida.
Yeah.
So, and right now, Egwene is about to see Elaine speaking with Brigida, which means Mogedian is here right now.
Currently watching.
Gotcha.
I like it.
So, Egwene sees Brigida and Elaine, and we know it's Brigida, but Egwene doesn't seem totally convinced that it's actually Brigida.
Yeah, so this kind of seems like the first time that she's really getting a good look, and it's kind of like you don't expect a hero out of a story to be, like, in front of you, even if you are in a...
Egwene has seen her once already, though.
Yeah, but not, like, up close talking to Elaine in that sense, right?
True.
So
Okay.
it's a different dynamic here, so I understand why she's like, what? And also, important to note, the last named character that she thinks about before going to sleep is... Brigida.
Yeah.
Which is the whole, like, when you think about something when you're going to sleep and entering Tel'aran'rhiod, typically your brain is going to bring you to something like that.
Okay.
So it may have brought her into the vicinity of where she could hear Elaine and Brigida talking.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just don't put too much into that because Nynaeve came early last time
Yeah.
to call for Brigida
Yeah.
and have a chat with her in the Heart of the Stone.
Yeah, so it's like they're doing the same thing, which is bad.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
And Brigida's just, like, showing up and chatting with them every
She
time.
is. Yeah.
Which, like, I feel like Brigida should be a little smarter.
She's breaking rules right now, so
Lots of them, yeah.
Yeah.
She must really think that these women need help.
And she's not wrong.
Yeah. So we really don't have any time for that now because Amis and Bear show up.
Yeah, before Egwene can, like, approach.
Yeah.
So.
And before Egwene is supposed to be here.
Yes. Ooh.
So she gets caught.
Yeah.
And they call her out on being here early and alone. And Egwene is like, I fell asleep and I didn't want to leave because then I didn't know if I'd be able to get back here and whatever. And they believe her.
Yeah, she kind of dodged a bullet here.
Right. And it's because the guy Shine, who was like going to clear her dinner, found Egwene asleep.
Yes.
And went and reported that.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, good.
Makes sense, yeah.
We know that and you're not lying. So she, like, escapes that because she thinks about lying.
Yeah. So it's lucky she didn't because that would be probably very bad.
Yeah.
So.
And she's relieved she didn't lie and I'm relieved she didn't lie and...
It's kind of funny because I kind of think of the relationship with the Wise Ones and Egwene. Like, the Wise Ones might very well know that Egwene totally came in a little bit early, and they know it. It's kind of like when your kid lies to you as a parent. It's like the parent knows. It's like, I know what you're doing, but I might let it go a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's the same as being a teacher.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much I see that you're doing.
Yeah. And then, the kids hides whatever they're doing. They're like, phew, teacher didn't catch me. And it's like, you know what they're doing, but it's like not something to deal with.
And do I actually care that you're, like, doodling instead of silent reading?
So, I mean, it's...
No, not for 5 minutes, no. It's fine. And
I kind of feel like...
But I know you're doing it.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like the Wise Ones are the same thing. It's like, as long as she's, like, trying to cover her tracks just a little bit and not overstepping too much, they'll let her get away with a bit.
Yeah. Okay. But she actually did fall asleep, like, on her book.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So it looks like Egwene is going to escape any punishment, which is good. And so now it's time to meet with Elaine and find out why Nynaeve isn't the one who's here.
Before we do, just like side note, I got to point out, tonight Melane's not here because she's spending the night with Bale and Dorinda tonight. So
sexy time.
Newlyweds.
Probably.
Everybody.
Fun time.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
It's great.
100%.
Excellent.
Yeah, just got to point that out.
Maybe it's like a little honeymoon in Kyrian.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
It's getting away for the weekend.
Ooh. Set up their tent over here tonight.
Yeah, set it over here.
Yeah. Okay, so Egwene is like, hey, Elaine's over there.
Yeah, not Nynaeve.
Not Nynaeve. And then the Wise Ones are like, we're all here early. Why is she here?
Yeah.
Hey. And then they scold Elaine.
You're all idiots, and Elaine also is an idiot.
Being here when she shouldn't be.
Yeah. They're all inexperienced
idiots.
Fools. Cotton-headed nitty-muggins. There you go. That's what they are.
Yeah, but turns out Nynaeve isn't here because she's just, like, not feeling too well. She's got a little bit of a headache.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not exactly what happened.
No, that's what she says right now, though.
Yeah.
And then we move on really fast past it, and we don't find out why until a little bit later.
Which is hilarious. So I love that story, too.
Yeah, it's good. So, anyways, things get a little bit rough because Bear starts, like, insulting Elaine.
Yeah. That just makes Elaine, like, put her back up and be like,
changes her clothes to be, like, more queenly.
Yeah.
And all regal.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I am not your pupil. I am, daughter heir, doop-de-doo.
Doop-de-doop, and I got my own mission from the tower, blah-de-blah.
Yeah, I got my own mission from the tower. And at this point, the way Elaine is speaking, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up a little bit.
Why?
And it made me question because she goes, I have my orders from the Amerlin seat.
Yeah.
And right away I was like, what? What do you mean you get your orders from the Amerlin seat? No, you don't. Who are you? Like, I don't know. I thought she was somebody pretending to be Elaine.
Lanfear.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Lanfear in disguise as Elaine.
It crossed my mind.
Really? Interesting.
I just didn't
We're just talking about the OG orders way back when from Swan.
Yeah,
like,
I get
original.
It. I mean, I did get it.
Okay.
But this really struck me as a little
Lanfear
bit
in a trench coat.
weird.
I get it.
Yeah, well, it was like when Egwene was talking to Nynaeve.
Okay.
And her, the way she was speaking and stuff, it was a little out of character.
Okay.
And I started going is this really Egwene?
You're super on alert for the disguises of everybody, so I love it.
Especially in Tel'aran'rhiod where it's so easy
to the issue is you're going to be wrong a bunch of times and you're going to let your guard down, and then the one time that there is someone disguised, you're going to miss completely, so.
Maybe, but especially in Tel'aran'rhiod, I'm really on the lookout.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So who's Brigida really?
Yeah, Brigida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also Lanfear.
Also Lanfear. Is everyone Lanfear?
Yes.
Yes. But anyways, Bear is like, oh, you claim obedience to a dead woman.
Yeah, this is harsh.
And I was like, what is happening? This was so confusing for me.
Okay.
But I get it. Yeah,
Swan's dead.
Well, no.
Allegedly.
Actually, allegedly.
Swan's dead, so everyone thinks she's dead, So they're like, why are you still taking orders from a dead Amerlin?
Yeah, because she wants to.
Yeah, because adventure.
Well, because the Black Aja situation is still a bad situation.
Yes, absolutely.
Whether or not Swan is alive or not, that's bad.
Plus, Elaine and Nynaeve aren't going back. They don't want to go there.
No. No, they do not.
Yeah, we have our own mission. Thank you very much.
All right, so Egwene jumps in and tries to deflect before things get worse here. And she's like, okay, why isn't Nynaeve here? And what she really wants to know is, why was Elaine talking to Brigida?
Yeah.
That's what
she's still not 100% of the whole, this is for sure Brigida.
Yeah, she's but where else would the heroes wait?
Yeah.
Right? She has that thought.
She does.
It's my thought.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's when we get the actual story.
Right, Elaine launches into the whole long story of what happened because basically Nynaeve got into a hilarious fist fight.
Yes.
She's got a sore head because there was a big old circus brawl because some lady in the circus...
Not just some lady. Okay, so Littell is the woman who performs with the bears.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she's a big jelly monster because she was the only single woman previously. Because we had... Clarine, which was Petra's wife, the strongman.
Okay.
Right? So that one's married.
I remember all of these names.
Yeah. And then you also had Aludra, the Illuminator, but
I know that one.
Isn't interested in anybody. So it's Littell was the only single woman and she had the free reign to pick of any of the men there. And then Nynaeve comes in and it's holy smokes. So Littell's all jelly about that and then starts a fight with Nynaeve over it. So
right.
It's pretty good.
Okay, but a physical fight, comes up and starts hitting her with a stick.
Yeah,
right?
And Nynaeve is also gonna tussle. So
yeah, well,
she'll throw down.
Yeah, and also Elaine points out that Nynaeve wasn't entertaining any of this flirting business.
Yeah,
she has no interest in any of these circus men, whatsoever. And Elaine thinks at least Nynaeve didn't channel, but it sounds like she won the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's questionable. We don't really know. I'm just hoping, maybe we get a Nynaeve perspective on this whole ordeal.
Oh, maybe of some kind of flashback or something.
Yeah, find out what, really happened, or sort of happened, maybe.
Sort of happened from Nynaeve's perspective.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that's funny. But now Egwene has a message for Nynaeve, because she's like all high and mighty and better than her.
Yeah.
And says, well, Nynaeve better hold her temper, or I'll have some words to say that she will not like. And if she channels, you are more likely to get exposed, and Elida's gonna hear about it.
Yeah, so this is the weird thing I just want to kind of bring up. So we know that Elaine is channeling.
Right now?
Well, not right now, but like at the circus, she channels. That's how she does her routine.
Yes.
So why is Nynaeve channeling make it more likely they get caught? Is it just because the strength of the power? Like, or is Egwene just like flexing here?
No, Egwene is like, you shouldn't be channeling because if there's any Black Azure around, they'll be able to sense it.
Yeah.
That's bad. If there's any Forsaken, especially, Moghedian's like probably looking for you.
Yeah.
You know that if there's any Black Azure around, that
yeah.
they'll know.
But that's my point.
I don't think Egwene knows that Elaine is channeling.
Okay, there we go. Okay, well, we don't know.
Yeah.
For like the circus routine.
Yeah, for the circus routine.
Like the tightrope walk, the high wire, whatever it's called.
Tightrope walking.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know, but I do think, okay, be careful with your channeling.
That's a fair expectation.
Sure, but the way Egwene goes about, like, oh, you tell Nynaeve that I say she better watch her temper. That's like, who are you?
She's Egwene.
To be judging her like this and to be, like, giving her all sorts of rules that she has to follow.
Well, it's kind of like, hopefully, and it's kind of like what you said, she still has the fear of being exposed to the wise ones of like the whole lie that's going on. So maybe it's like she's trying to get Nynaeve more off guard so she just doesn't come back into Tel'aran'rhiod ever again. So there's never another meeting. Like she's trying to virtually bully her.
I honestly have no idea, but it just sounds like this power struggle, Egwene is trying to win.
Yes, she definitely is.
Not great. It's not a good look.
It's not a good look for her. Yeah, no. I agree.
And it's sad because Egwene was one of my favorites from the start.
Okay.
So this isn't like a I'm being hard on Nynaeve because she's Nynaeve situation.
Yeah.
I loved Egwene. And I still like her. I still like her, but she's...
Hey, we go through ups and downs.
We do. And that's fair.
Yeah.
We go through ups and downs. And all these characters have like real people faults.
Yeah, it's like a love-hate relationship. Like right now, I really hate her.
Right. Yeah. I do think it comes back to how you talked about how these characters are they feel real.
Yeah.
And I feel like I get so emotionally invested in the things that they're doing because if anyone did anything like this to me, I would hate it.
Yeah, yeah.
And probably because things like this have happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, this is a real life situation and people really do things like this.
Yeah.
And so I think that's probably why I get so emotional about it.
Well, that's why I love Wheel of Time. It's not a story of what you want people to do and what they should do. It's what people do, even if it's a terrible decision.
Yeah.
Because guess what? People make terrible decisions all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And like reality totally is perspective and
it's
subjective.
like unreliable narrator. What you think happened isn't what actually happened. So.
Yeah. And I also truly believe that Nynaeve does need to get knocked down a couple pegs. The issue is, I don't think that Egwene should be the one doing it.
To do that? Yeah,
because
that
Egwene
makes sense.
also needs to get knocked down a couple pegs. But they say experience is the best teacher.
Do they?
So...
Okay.
Let's just, like, wait and see.
I would say good teachers are the best teachers.
That's fair. Because, yeah.
I mean,
okay.
All right.
Okay. So, Egwene attempts to be sneaky next.
Yeah, she does.
Because at first I was like, are you joking me? Now you're ripping into Elaine? For what?
Yeah.
Right? Because I didn't get it at first.
Okay.
But because she says to Elaine, I wish I had both of you alone. If we were in the tower in our old rooms, I would say a few words to the pair of you. And I was like, get off your high horse right now.
I mean, good on Elaine for like, she played into it, which is good. And it seems like the message that was sent was delivered and received. So that's good.
It is good. And I'm so happy for it because I was like, get off Elaine's back.
Yeah. Not in my house. Get out of here.
Yeah. Elaine needs less talking to, in my opinion. So I didn't like that Egwene.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we've described Elaine as mashed potatoes, like she is pretty level-headed and smart. She's got that educational background that does help her see things.
Yeah.
She's an observer, though. She watches people do things versus like taking action a lot of the time.
That's fair. But she picks up on this message.
She does.
And Egwene doesn't know if she picked up on it or not. She's hoping she understood. And Egwene changes the subject, so hopefully the wise ones like don't catch on to it.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get some information from Elaine on the menagerie.
Yeah.
So they are 3 days out from Gildan and moving slow. And Elaine doesn't want to leave the group right now because they can't really even travel that much faster without the circus. Plus, they don't really have a plan on where to go or what to do. And they've learned more about the Shanchen, which has been helpful for them.
Yeah, so this is a big thing. Because
the woman has an Adam, and they've been playing with it.
That's not even the important part. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Oh.
Okay, so Sarandon was the shredded handler
at the whole Court of Nine Moons business.
The Court of the Nine Moons,
right,
which is where the Shanchen Empress sits.
Right. Do we think the Empress is the, like, daughter of Nine Moons?
Well, you tell me.
No.
Okay.
No. I would say she's probably something of Nine Moons, but I'd say the daughter is probably not the Empress.
Okay.
It might be like the princess of the Empress. What is daughter heir? What?
Yeah, I mean, Elaine is essentially the princess that...
No, I understand that, but like when it comes to like an empress, like not a queen, but like what's the daughter of an emperor or an empress?
Yeah. Same idea. I don't know what the official title would be.
That's, I believe it's daughter of the Nine Moons.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the princess, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think that it would be like the Empress of the High Moons or something like that.
Okay, Empress of the Nine Moons, and then you have like Daughter of the Nine. Is that like a hierarchy we're thinking?
Yeah, I think in my brain, I'm connecting the word daughter with daughter heir.
Okay.
And that's why I see that, but I don't care. I'm going to stick with it.
I like it. And it's kind of funny because I was thinking about talking about this a couple episodes ago because it was kind of relevant because we know that Matt is fated to marry the daughter of the Nine Moons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty heavy. We don't know how that's going to play out, but we can kind of assume it is going to play out in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it'll play out. But I don't even know what it means, so...
Yeah, there's a whole lot of speculation. But the point I wanted to bring up is that we are getting to a point where we've met a couple of Shanchen who are sort of abandoning their culture and their way of life. So it's like when you imagine Matt Cawthon, like how the heck could Matt Cawthon marry like a Shanchen?
Yeah.
Their cultures are so different and there's a lot of bad stuff about them that we don't like. Well, let me tell you,
it's probably not like a love marriage.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of where we're leading then.
Well, that doesn't... Yeah, because I don't know. Unless he just becomes so smitten, which like, oh yeah, Matt Cawthon is really so smitten. Like...
I feel like it also could be like a royalty arranged marriage style to create, in the good olden days when you marry off the children of the kings and queens.
I'm
to
trying
forge alliances.
hard not to take any of your things you're saying right now into
You're ignoring it all.
Consideration because you're giving me too much detail.
Okay.
That there's like no way.
You're not even paying attention. All right, that's fine.
No, there's no way you're actually telling me how the story goes. Like you just wouldn't do that.
Well, I've listed like 5 things here.
No, but okay. That's fine.
Okay.
We can move on from it, but I just see even with this whole maiden that he's with right now, who he clearly gets along with, they clearly have fun. She's not going to give up the spear for him, but that doesn't mean that they like couldn't be together. That, but he can't stop thinking about like how he just needs to like get away from this situation.
Yeah.
And like, am I really believing that Matrim Cawthon is going to mature enough in the next 10 books?
Yeah, I mean, there's time
that
for
he's
Egwene
going
to come
like
down
legit fall in love with someone and marry. I don't see it.
Don't buy it?
I don't buy it. It just doesn't make sense to me. So whether it's for title marriage or something else, it's something else.
Okay, I like it. No, that's good. Okay.
Put it on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't talk about how they're playing with the Adam.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They're just like playing with it. I know she can't channel because I put it on her and tried.
Yeah, they for sure did.
Yeah.
But I mean, if she was a Suldam, that would be worse for Sarandon. So, but she wasn't. She's just an elephant trainer.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good.
Yeah. It's okay.
Anything to become of that situation?
No, we do get a reminder about Egwene's like post-trauma responses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And how her immediate response is like, danger, danger, I'm never getting collared ever again. I hate those people so freaking much.
That's a good thing to know too.
Yeah.
That's really important. So.
Oh yeah, that hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
That is still
number one
part of that makeup.
Yeah.
Okay, so then to end this chapter, we get a quick synopsis of the Wise Ones and Egwene telling Elaine what's going on with them, and it's basically...
Yeah, there's nothing unique
not
here.
Not much, nothing special. They're in Cairhien now, they're dealing with the issues of the Aiel being there, and now the Randlanders are starting to see that there's thousands of Aiel here.
Thousands.
Which will probably... news of that will probably spread. Like, that's the biggest thing I'm picking up on here. Whether it's bandits or whoever that they're encountering.
That's a big thing. It's like news is going to start spreading that the Aiel have come over the Dragon Well again.
Yes.
And there's a lot of them.
Oh
like,
my god.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously, uh-oh. So yeah, not great. But then the Wise Ones tell Egwene that they had the Gaishain undress her and put her into bed. And Egwene is like, oh my god, it was probably men.
Yeah, probably. So...
Yeah, but they mostly just tell her this so that they're like, okay, you can leave the dream now. Just
sleep till morning.
Just sleep
it's
till
fine.
morning.
Yeah.
And then we end on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Does Elaine understand the hidden message?
It's a pretty good cliffhanger. And, I mean, fortunately, we can keep reading, so it's fine.
Yeah, so that's the end of that chapter.
Yeah.
And chapter 25 is Dreams of Galad. So the chapter symbol is the ring dream terangrio.
Yes. Yes, it is. Are you going to submit to that now? Is that...
No.
Is that happening?
No. It's the Tel'aran'rhiod symbol.
So, you want to know why I call it that?
It's because it's a circle.
Well, no, it's not that. The ring that they use is literally like one of those Mobius strips where it has one edges. So, like when you twist a piece of paper and put it together, it seems like there's one edge.
Yeah.
That's literally how the picture is drawn on this page. Of like it's a one-edged sort of ring.
It doesn't look like a ring at all.
It's... Okay. I mean, if I'm wrong, people can tell me I'm wrong.
No,
that's fine.
Actually, a lot of people, after the chapter with Spencer, when Spencer was like, that doesn't look like the ring. What? And I was like, that doesn't look like the ring. And then lots of people have been like...
Did they come to my defense?
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, you know what? It can be whatever you want it to be.
It's always a little bit fun for us to have completely opposite hard
stances. It's a whirlpool. I don't know.
Because then everybody has something to agree with.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Anyway.
As long as you understand that I'm right.
It reminds me of like the hypnotizing... I've talked about that before.
Okay, yeah.
Like the spinny thing for the dream where you're getting sleepy.
I get it. I just don't agree with it.
Hey.
So.
That's an excellent segue into what I have to talk about next.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to know why? You have no idea.
I don't actually know. Yeah, I have no idea.
So we enter in Egwene's perspective, and we get to continue with Egwene's dream world stuff. So she's decided that she's not returning to her body to go to sleep, but instead we get a little bit about the like hovering in nothingness.
Yes, we do.
And this is how she finds people's dreams.
Okay.
So the segue about like hypnotizing, I just have like a little side thing to talk about.
Okay, go.
Okay. So
have you hypnotized me before and I didn't know it?
One time I tried to be hypnotized.
Didn't work?
It's hard to say if it worked.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. Like if
it feels like it didn't really work. I feel like I'm much too strong. My brain doesn't turn off.
Okay.
I feel like I have trouble going to sleep. I have...
Yep.
My brain moves.
No, I get it. Yeah, quickly. 100%.
I know. I'm not telling you. I'm telling the other. I know you know me.
It's a simple question. Very well. It's a simple question because you're like, you say, "What are you thinking about?" And I say, "Nothing." I literally mean there's nothing happening in here right now.
And I never have nothing.
Yeah.
Never. So I think that I'm a very difficult person to hypnotize.
Yeah.
If I believe that people can be hypnotized.
Sure.
I feel like
the science is questionable at best.
We'll see. So the reason
I've seen Office Space.
I was being... Yeah, I know. We just watched that, actually. The reason I was being hypnotized was because I was partaking in a past life regression.
Okay.
I was interested in that aspect of, you know, branching out my spirituality, and I was interested.
See if your LTT come again. I get it.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Yeah.
So if people don't know, the whole idea is you get hypnotized. It's a guided meditation, essentially, to relive or remember some lives you've lived before, if you believe that
that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Okay.
And I thought, let's freaking go for it.
Sounds interesting.
I'm always open to everything. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
So I go, I don't believe I actually was hypnotized. And the woman, I'm trying to think of what to call her.
Hypnotizer.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Because it's not like hypnotizing. But anyway, so the woman who's guiding this practice.
Okay.
What you do is, like, I laid on this thing and it was like quiet and dark, and she would guide me. And what she was saying, if you've ever done a guided meditation, is it's just people talking and you visualize what they're saying.
Okay.
And so in order to find your past lives, you had to imagine that you were like nothing floating in darkness.
Nice.
And you were picturing in the darkness, in the distance, are all these tiny little stars and glowing lights.
Oh my God. They totally read Wheel of Time. That's what I'm getting from this. But continue.
Or Robert Jordan had some knowledge of some of this stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I like it.
Yeah, that's actually what I think.
Okay.
So the whole thing was you pick a certain dot of light and focus on it, and then you get drawn nearer to it. And then as it gets lighter and lighter, then your feet land on the ground, and it's like, okay, where are we? You?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Who are you?
Find a mirror.
No.
What do you look like? I get it.
Yeah. So that's a thing that happened. And the issue is, I don't believe it worked for me because I could consciously think I didn't want her to think I was doing this badly. Oh. So I made it up.
Oh, no. Okay.
But
well, that's not the point of the exercise.
But maybe that was just my brain trying to tell, like, rationalize. You know, like, if you're like, oh, see a shadow or something, and your brain goes, oh, it was just a shadow. Because you don't want to be like, oh my God, my house has ghosts.
It's a ghost. It's for sure a ghost.
Because that's scarier.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I think that, because I made a lot of it up on the spot.
Was any of it good?
No.
Give us a taste?
No, we can move on. That's fine. We don't have to get into the things I probably made up. Or maybe we're past lives.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's a good story. No, I was here for that, so that's good.
Yeah, that's something you didn't know about me, yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, you knew I did that at one point.
Yeah, I don't think you got that in detail with it.
No, I never told you about it.
Yeah. But that's good. I like the fact that it's the whole floating in space thing, and it's kind of like the whole, like, you're in space and the universe is all around you and the stars are the pinpoints of brightness. I like that. It's kind of funny, but the way I've always pictured it is like Cerebro with Professor X from X-Men, where it's like you can kind of like visualize and you see all the points of light and everything like that. So
yeah.
It's like in kind of that same
realm.
Yeah, like that's kind of what we're going for here. So
yeah, fair.
But I mean, it all works.
Anyway, so I just had to tell that story.
That was a good story. I like it.
Thanks. So we're gonna get into this because we're actually not here to spy on people's dreams or have any past life regressions.
Yes. So, okay, hold on. I gotta get some stuff like just out there to make sure we are noting these facts about this stuff. Okay. So she can tell certain people's dreams apart. She can pick them out. So once she's found them once, then she can, well, from what it sounds like, she can always find them wherever they are in the world. So she thinks, like, once I can find Nynaeve and Elaine, then I'll be able to, like, return to that and be able to see them. And then we've got Rand and Moraine, who have theirs, warded, so they appear dim, so probably you can't, like...
enter them.
Yeah, get in there. And then the nice thing is, like, she's still kind of in Teleran Riyadh, sort of, but not. So the question is this something that, like, the heroes of the Horn can also do? Like, you know, dip out of the
Is
actual...
Brigida just, like, floating around in there, and she, like, hears her name, so she's like, boop, here.
Boom, I'm here now, right? So it's like, is that, like, a separate realm kind of thing?
Maybe. I'm sure, like, it's something.
Things to think about. So...
things to think about.
But anyways, let's get into it.
Yeah. So, Egwene zip-zaps her way back to the novice room in the White Tower to see if Elaine understood the message.
Yeah.
And she did.
Yeah, it worked. Okay.
There she is. So, Egwene's like, hey, you, get over here now.
Yeah,
so,
which power move, by the way?
Oh, yeah, you come here to me.
You come here to my office instead of me going to your office.
Ooh, power move.
And
Egwene.
Sometimes it's like a reverse power move where you go to their office so you can
and
like
stand
leave.
in the doorway.
Yeah, it's like terrible. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this.
No,
but...
I like when people come into my classroom and then close the door behind them, and then you're like, ooh, you got some good gossip.
This is a good one.
This
okay.
is gonna be good. Okay, and then we also get a funny comparison of Sorelia
No, Bear.
to Lini.
Yeah, Bear. So, yeah. Elaine thinks Bear is like Linny. But my comparison was...
Well, Egwene says, wait till you meet Sorelia.
Yeah, and that's what my comparison was. Because,
Right.
like, totally...
Yeah.
I feel that.
So then Egwene gets to what she wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Tell me about that Brigida meeting.
Yeah.
And Elaine is like, no.
Can't talk about that.
Yeah, I can't talk about that. No, thank you. And Egwene's like, yes, you can. Just tell me. And Elaine's like, no, I can't. I can't break the promises I made. You know I would tell you if I could. You're my very best friend in the whole world, and this is something I just can't possibly ever tell you.
You know what I hate is that Egwene then tries the guilt trip where she's like, oh, okay, well, I trust you, and I hope that one day you'll trust me enough to tell me.
Yeah.
Total guilt trip.
Ugh.
Doesn't work, though.
It doesn't.
I appreciate that Elaine stuck to it.
Yes, I do too, actually. Yeah. And so Egwene thinks to herself, at least now I know it really was Brigida. Yeah. Because at no point did Elaine say, that wasn't...
I don't know.
Who
What's
are you
a Brigida?
About? Yeah.
I've never heard of that person.
Right. And then Elaine's like, I promised myself I wouldn't ask, but how's Rand?
Yeah.
Is he well? And,
yeah, he's alive.
And Egwene's like, yeah, he's fine, but he's like the worst.
Yeah, I got a hard disagree with Egwene here too.
I know, but this is what we got from her last time too, when she was like, oh, he probably would hang somebody, but like, I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
He probably shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
Well, it's kind of funny because like even Egwene's justification for all this, because the whole point is Egwene's like, he's becoming way too arrogant and he threatened to hang people if they go against his orders. But then she thinks to herself, well, they're good orders because he just told people like, don't murder people
and
or
don't
burn
steal food.
Don't steal and don't burn their houses down for no reason. So, I mean, I guess they're okay orders.
Yeah.
But like, come on.
I don't know. I think that everything that Rand has really been doing has been
He's making good moves.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job right now.
Yeah, but Egwene's like, he's much too arrogant.
Yeah.
And Elaine's like, I 100% get that. Yeah. And I'm on Rand's side. He's a king and he needs to show people he's in charge.
Yeah, and also...
That's my man. Right?
I mean, if she's going to be queen one day...
Right.
It's like she needs a,
Solid
good
dude. Leader. Yeah. Anyway.
Same page.
Yeah. So Egwene asks Elaine again about this whole hilarious circus fight.
Yeah, dish, right?
Yeah, and she's like, is this going to cause some issues? I'm worried for you guys that this is going to cause issues.
I'm just looking out for you.
Yeah. And then, so she's like, nah, it's fine. She just like didn't like that Nynaeve was getting attention, but then Nynaeve's made it clear she's not interested in anyone, and Nynaeve even apologized.
Yeah, which sounds like it was because Luca told her to.
Yeah, but then Egwene thinks, oh, it's because everything I've done is excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, I told her to do things, and scaring the shit out of her was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Asserting my dominance.
That's it.
That
there we go.
Excellent.
You know what's funny is the word bemuse, doesn't mean amuse, it means confused. Bemuse means confused. Okay. So whenever they look bemused, they look confused. Okay. I honestly don't know why the word bemused even exists. It's very confusing. It's very bemusing.
It's very bemusing. Okay.
Just like, sure. There you go.
Why not? All right. So then the same as in the last chapter, Egwene basically gives Elaine more threats to deliver to Nynaeve.
Yeah, this is just like stacking bad on bad.
I really hope Elaine does not deliver the message. That's like honestly what I feel.
It doesn't sound like I kind of feel like, if I was in Elaine's shoes, I just wouldn't.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, get this.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
Why did Egwene say this? Because this is fucked.
She's like triple threatening you here.
She's like, she's got some stuff going on. And Egwene is like, I'm finished with Nynaeve's tantrums. And if I don't have to deal with her temper anymore, then I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And then Elaine is like, you're becoming like you think Rand is.
Yeah, you're the same person as he is. You're
Yeah.
like...
It's like, it's arrogance.
Yeah, there it is.
And I like that
and there's
Elaine...
that smudgeness.
There it is. So, yeah, I like that. I like that Elaine calls Egwene out. And it takes Egwene a second to realize what she means.
Yeah, and like recover from that. And then just be like, no.
Yeah, so then they have a quick conversation about Elaine's plans.
Yes.
They're big plans.
Big picture.
Big picture plans. Elaine, Queen of Andor, and Egwene, Amerlin Seat.
A dynamic duo.
You know, I like it.
Yeah. Do you think that's really going to happen?
Yeah.
Just like they say, like, the same time, it's just like...
This is one of those things that it's in here for a reason.
Okay,
There's a sentence in here that is written that is, like, easily glossed over.
Yeah.
And the amount of times we have reference to Egwene equals Amerlin Seat.
Yep.
I think we're getting in that for sure.
Okay.
I don't know when.
I mean, there's someone standing in the way right now. So.
I know, but that's clearly an issue that they are going to have to take care of.
Okay.
And then who is going to sit on the seat after? Obviously someone we know.
Or nobody, because they're going to, like, fireball the seat, the throne, if you will.
Yeah,
burn
it's
it
going to
down.
be Egwene. And,
Okay.
and you can't really convince me otherwise. Like,
Okay.
that one is, like, I feel like it's pretty spelled out for us.
Okay, all right.
So, they talk about how Elida, being the Amerlin, won't destroy the tower because even if they have to basically destroy the tower to get Elida out, the physical tower will still remain and they can just build it back up.
Yeah. And, like, I kind of get
That's not really how it works, though.
Yeah, and they're kind of talking about, like, the institution in itself. Like, yeah, we might have, like, a total, huge, gigantic war or whatever, but, you know...
In the end, we get Elida out, we get the bad people
it's
out.
It's good, yeah.
And we just, like, continue.
But, I mean, the question is, at what cost?
Getting rid of Elida.
But this is the thing. We talked about, like, we heard from Moraine's mouth that she could almost wish that everyone had just, like, gone with it to not destroy the White Tower. So even Moraine is like, let's not tear the tower down. I don't agree
with that. I don't think you just, like, go with someone whose beliefs you're completely against just because you don't want the institution to be fighting.
Tear the institution down. Okay.
Yeah, quite honestly.
All right. I like it.
Yeah. So now it's time for Elaine to go because Nynaeve is awake and has a headache.
Yes.
And before she goes, she warns Egwene that Moghedien is trying to find them.
Yeah.
So that's, like, obviously what Brigida was telling Elaine.
Especially because Elaine's clothes flickered to look like Brigida.
Right.
There's that.
Right.
Yeah.
And Egwene's like, that was weird.
Yeah.
But Egwene doesn't ask how she knows, and she just figures it must be Brigida.
Yeah. And then my favorite part is when it's like, you be careful. No, you be careful. And then she proceeds to not be careful.
Yeah. Yes. So Egwene isn't leaving just yet, even though she definitely should.
Yep.
She should, like, even this meeting.
She should be gone.
She should go. This is a flying around Tanchico situation all over again. Except way worse.
It is. This is bad, and I want to kind of pick your brain on what you think is happening here. I'm going to need you to, like, spell it out for me as we go through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Sure. Confused?
Confused. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it was something strange going on. It wasn't regular Tel'aran'rhiod stuff. Someone was manipulating something.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Yeah. So let's just go through it and act like we know what happens at the end. So let's talk about it with that in mind.
Okay. So Egwene wants to try to learn the location of the gathering of the Blues, which is a fine mission.
It is. It's good. It's a good idea.
A good idea. So she disguises herself as some maiden in an acceptance dress and then transports herself to Elida's study so she can read through the box of messages.
Yes. And I just want to point this out here too, just for the record. So the reason why we know that there's a gathering of Blues is because we saw that hint there in Elida's box.
Yeah.
That just means that Elida knows about the secret gathering of Blues.
Well, no. She knows that there is a secret gathering of Blues, but what it means,
I
don't know. Because Nynaeve specifically says, I think it was a name.
Right, okay.
But I don't know if she, like, knows for sure. Like, it could have been Sally Dara.
Yeah. The secret code
word
for Saladar.
Right.
Yeah.
So if Elida can't figure out Sally
Dara.
Yeah,
that's the question, right?
That's the question.
So that's I mean, but that's the thing I kind of want to bring up too.
But
Elida
doesn't want all the Blues dead. She doesn't want that.
That's true.
She wants all the Blues to just be like, we accept
Pick
you.
a new color. You can be anybody else. Just don't be Blues anymore.
She's fine with the Blues.
Yeah.
She's fine. She wants the tower to be whole. She wants to be a good and successful Amyrlin.
It's true.
She doesn't want them gone. The reason why she killed a bunch of them was because they were opposing her for doing something terrible and shitty.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of point that out. Yeah.
Moving on.
Get that out there.
Moving on.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So there are some messages that are like medium important.
Some of them are actually important, and I gotta kind of go through them.
Is it Bael's daddy doing something?
Yeah, a little bit.
And no one knows where he is or what he's doing?
Yep.
Cool.
Still no word on Rand's location. We don't know where Rand is.
Okay, well, that's going to change right away.
Yeah, but it's also good for now.
For now.
It's been a month since news has come out of Tanchico, and nothing's come out of Terrebonne, so that's, big. And rumors that someone had taken Tanchico, but it can't be confirmed. But suggested that Rand was involved. And we know the whole Rand thing is totally not true.
Yeah, no.
But it sounds like somebody has taken Tanchico.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably a Forsaken.
Okay. Well, there we go. Okay.
Forsakens they all want to just be like in power at the top of their...
So why not there? Now, this one's good.
It's a mess there.
We can piece this one together. So there's a confused report of a Red Sister in Camelin claiming to have seen Morgaze at a public event, but... The other Ajaz reports that the queen is in seclusion. They haven't seen her for a long time.
Yeah, so let me tell you what this is for me.
Okay, let's go.
This is the one Ravine is like sneaking in and out.
Yeah, the compelled Aes Sedai.
Aes Sedai.
The one that got sent by Elida.
Yeah, the one who Leni's like, she's probably just married.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably her. She's probably being compelled to write letters. Oh, Morgaze is
all good. She's
everything's great here.
Just
no Forsaken doing anything wrong over here. And then,
I heard they're still locked away.
Yeah, and then someone who obviously like isn't, who Ravine doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Is writing actual message.
They're like, she gone.
She's in quote seclusion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, she ran the fuck away.
Morgaze got out. That's great. Okay. Now this one's good. So. The fighting in the Borderlands, maybe minor rebellions in Shinar and Arafel. So we've heard a lot about stuff going down in the Borderlands for a while now. Like every report is like the Borderlands...
But they're like fighting each other and not Trollocs.
Exactly. So I gotta bring this back. So you might remember in The Dragon Reborn, Chapter 11, that's when Egwene, Elaine, Nynaeve, Varen, and Hurin brought Mat to the tower to be healed after the whole Falme incident. And once they all arrived at the tower, one of those people didn't stick around. Hurin.
He went back.
Yeah. Hurin tells Varen that he has to leave. She says you can rest for a time if you want to at the tower.
And he's like, no, thank you. Nope, I'm out of here.
I can't waste a day, Varen Sedai, not another hour. I must return to Shinar to tell King Aesar and Lord Egelmar the truth of what happened at Falma. I must tell them about Rand, that the dragon is reborn.
Yeah.
So... By this time, we can kind of assume that Hurin's made his way back and started telling people about, Rand being the Dragon Reborn in the Borderlands.
Sure.
So,
okay.
So when you're looking and thinking about, like, why is there a bunch of civil wars or whatever weird stuff going on in the Borderlands, could be about, it's all about Rand, so,
True. Okay.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Is that it? I think that's it.
No.
Oh.
There's one more.
Okay, what is it?
There's a bunch of papers talking about the construction
right.
of a private residence for the Amyrlin seat, but it's more like a palace.
Palaces, plural.
A giant, yeah. Okay, so Elida's doing some construction.
No, Elida.
She needs her own place.
This is like Dark Friend energy. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, you know who just left Elida? Padden Fane. Padden Fane's now gone.
Oh, yeah,
but he spent time with her, so there's like some stuff going on.
Nah. Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, that's it.
Yeah, so Egwene's like, I don't even know what I'm looking for. I could spend the rest of my life here. like, I'm never going to find what I want. So she heads to the keeper's table.
Yep.
And then something happens because the room seems to flicker.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay, I just wanted to see if you pick up on it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So the door opens
It
and
flickered.
then Galad steps in.
Yeah.
And he asks her if she'll walk with him in the garden.
Yeah.
And then Liana is at the table and she's like, go get a room, guys. And then Swan is there looking all disapproving. And Egwene's like, what the fuck's happening right now?
Yeah.
This is so fucked up.
It's kind of funny because, like, now we know what's happening.
Yeah.
Right? So we know that it's Moghedien doing something.
Trying to trap Egwene.
Yeah. So it's just kind of funny, like, to point out that Moghedien is choosing, like, she's clearly doing this as some sort of, like, Matrix-style, you know, Inception dream world stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But she's chosen Galad.
Yes.
Which we know at the end is kind of like maybe a questionable choice.
Yeah.
And then we also have her picking Liana and Swan, even though, like, that's not the current Amerlin.
Right.
And Egwene knows that they're not the current people.
Yeah, so that's why she's like, what the heck is happening? This is so fucked up.
And it's like the people are the wrong people to have chosen.
Right. And so then that's why the next one is like...
She changes it. She switches
it
up.
She's like trying. So. Okay. So then Egwene's like, this is madness. And then like flees from what's going on here. And I immediately am so happy because I thought Egwene was going to get herself into some serious captured
Forsaken
trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, get out of it. Like, you better get the hell out of this. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, if she had gotten trapped here.
Like, captured by Moghedien?
I would have thrown my book in the fireplace.
You can't. There's a piece of glass in front of it. Throw it into
outside.
The neighbor's yard.
No.
Over the fence.
We have a fire pit out there.
Yeah, you could start a fire and then, like, throw the book in there.
That's what I would do. No, I wouldn't. But that's how angry I would be. So she got out of it, and I was like, yes. And she escapes to Emmons Field, and I'm like, no. Bad.
Stop going to places that you know.
Like number one, step out of the dream. You know how to do that.
I would just leave.
Just leave. And you were so condescending with Nynaeve. Oh, you would never get out of that. You were too scared.
Yeah.
You were never getting out of that situation on your own.
And to be fair, she gets out of this situation.
Yeah, but...
It's a close one. Yeah, it's close.
Get the hell out. Like, you know this is strange and weird, and you have the foresight to leave and think of somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
Just, you have enough practice with it, step out of the dream.
Yeah.
Right? At this point, if she's going to be so condescending with Nynaeve and Elaine not being careful in the dream world... Anyway, that's just my side note on that. So, she flees to Emmons Field, and she thinks, oh, I nearly let myself get caught in that weirdo dream.
Yeah, and what are these banners?
And it's clearly that book's fault, because I was thinking of lovers, and I saw Galad, and I don't know what's happening here.
So she's currently thinking it's like she's trapped in her own dream kind of weird sequence stuff.
Yes, which I mean, like, is logical.
It is. Like, the first thing you jump to might not be, oh, it's a Forsaken attacking me.
Yeah, but then she, like, thinks, maybe out loud.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, but she's like, I don't even like Galad. I like Gawain. So, that's the next problem.
Yes, that is big.
Because while Egwene is here in Emmons Field, she thinks about how it's been a year and a half since she left home.
And that's good. We get a time frame here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a hard time frame.
That's hard.
I like that.
That. Yeah. That's what we've been saying this whole time and what we figured at this point. So she sees the strange banners and she's like, is that Perrin?
What's this?
I know Perrin's here.
Yeah.
And there's like the eagle and the wolf. So then we get a flicker. And
yes,
not just like, oh, the room flicker.
It's a matrix flicker.
It's like actually the same printing in italics, the word flicker period, as the flicker scene.
So you know what's funny? Is the Matrix came out in like 99 and this book came out in like 93. And the way you can kind of visualize like the just, you know, computerized flickering of the sequence to change the events is 100% like Matrix-esque.
Okay.
I love it.
All right. I'm not as well versed in the Matrix.
We got to watch, we got to put that on the list for movies that we're going to watch one day.
I don't picture like computer flickering. I guess it's like a glitch.
Yeah, like a glitch in the Matrix style, like, you know,
glitch. Okay.
Cat walks across the doorway twice and you're like, what? It's great. Okay. We gotta watch the Matrix.
Yeah, that's like deja vu, right? Like that's what that is a glitch in the Matrix?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, okay,
See,
okay,
some
okay.
of it's in there. I have watched the movies.
I know. It's just, I've watched them
Reeves
so
is
many
very
times.
attractive. So
He's
like,
fantastic.
of course. But
He's a treasure. So
a national treasure.
National treasure.
Okay, so we get our flicker, and then her mother steps out of the inn and says something about her being married.
Yeah.
And then freaking Gawain comes galloping up.
Yeah.
So like something about her thoughts clearly were readable.
Well,
which is like something I need to think about. All right, so Gawain comes up. And we get a very, like, accepted test.
Yes, it's
situation
very...
where Egwene can't even remember, like, where she is or what she's supposed to be doing. And she has these thoughts, like, banners. I didn't see any banners. What's going on? Right?
This is big because this actually kind of tells a little bit about the accepted test and what the Terangrials can do, where it's like you enter an altered reality where you don't really know what's going on, but some things... like linger in your brain.
Especially with someone like Egwene and Nynaeve, who are very strong-willed, strong-minded.
Yeah.
Like the ones who are going to fight something like a compulsion.
Yeah.
And then the Aes Sedai, or I guess the novices going into their accepted test, who aren't as strong-willed and as strong-minded, they're the ones who don't come out.
Yeah. They get like trapped there.
Because they don't even have those thoughts probably of like, this is weird. They probably just like stay forever.
Yeah, and that's very possible. So.
Yeah. So... she can't really remember what's going on. She's slightly disoriented. And then her mother, like, brings out this baby and is like, this is your son. And I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be her daughter. What was the name of her daughter? It was something that was the name of a Black Azure or something like that.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember.
One of the ones who died. Brenna? No.
No. I can't remember. Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted...
I'm, like, blanking hard.
Okay, it's Joya.
Yeah.
As you were looking it up, I was like, running through the name.
Joya.
Yeah, it's Joya. Yeah. So, this is your son. We don't get a name.
No.
And Egwene is like, the fuck's going on? And so she breaks free of Tel'aran'rhiod back to her own body, back to her normal sleep, and thinks, oh my god, how could I be fool enough to be almost trapped in my own fancies?
You know what's so funny is the thing that kicks her out. Like, how bad do you not want kids that it boots you out of a forsaken, like, dream trap?
Yeah.
She's like, no!
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's so funny. I love it so much. It's, like, so good.
That is actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is actually kind of funny. Moghedien didn't do her homework on this one.
She didn't do it, not well enough, so... But, I mean, that's the big thing, is it's clearly Moghedien was, like, entered with a plan, like, tried to trap her with this, and switch plans, and, like, change the sequence.
To try to trap her.
Yeah.
And so, here's the thing about the Terangrial. So, we know that the Dream World Terangrial in the same room...
Yeah.
Obviously did something crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And so, what actually almost trapped Egwene was her being Amerlin and needing to save Rand.
Yes.
Like, that's something she's staying and not leaving behind.
Yeah.
Gawain and a baby?
Get the hell out of here. I don't want that. Like,
never.
No.
Get out of here.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, so Moghedien needs to do some homework on Egwene stuff, because we change perspectives to our pal Mogi.
Yeah, we do. This is such a good little
And she steps up from behind a house in Emmons Field and is like, this is a funny little place. I wonder where it is in the world.
Yeah.
And she thinks about how Egwene had been stronger than she thought to be able to escape her Tel'aran'rhiod weavings.
Yeah, and this is an important thing to know, that this is something that can happen where you can essentially, like, create a sequence of events and people, and we kind of saw stuff like that way back when with Baal-Zaman dreams way back in the day.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there were people sometimes and like stuff like that. So
yeah, I picked up on the word weavings.
Yeah.
And we know that the dream world really has to do with that whole, like, spirit stuff.
Yeah.
And we know that we can weave, like, air and fire and everything. So it must be a lot of that, like, spirit weavings.
Yeah, I get that.
So, on a good note, Moghedien doesn't know who Egwene actually is.
Yes, that is good.
She's just of interest because she was talking to Elaine, and Elaine can lead Moghedien to Nynaeve.
Yeah.
So that's just confirmation that Moghedien was watching this entire
Yeah,
thing.
and that's good to know because it definitely wasn't Moghedien who like had been spying on Egwene's dreams. It was definitely Lanfear then. So
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense to me right now. So.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So Moghedien wanted to trap Egwene here to just basically get rid of her.
Yeah, because she doesn't want someone who's like talented like this
Yeah, she's
hanging
like,
around her
she's like,
place.
anyone who can just like walk freely here, I just need to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like essentially
It's
murder,
competition.
right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So like Egwene just like wouldn't wake up.
Probably.
That's what would have happened here.
Probably.
Because
yeah.
that sounds like way fucking more serious than.
Yeah.
That's way more serious.
That's probably what she was going for without like outright murder. But it's also she wanted to maybe trap her because she knows Elaine and Elaine knows Nynaeve. So maybe like trap her in the dream and then interrogate her to figure out where Nynaeve is.
Right.
Right. And then probably kill her. But it's just like she
she
wants.
Yeah, she was basically like, anyone who can walk freely here, like I'm just gonna trap her and get rid of her.
Yeah.
Rid her of the like my issues.
Yeah.
And Moghedien doesn't want to share the dream world with anyone, and she even thinks it's bad enough I have to share it with that Lanfear bitch.
Yeah,
so,
this is her place.
Yeah. But Lanfear thinks that
She's the best.
it's her.
But I mean, they're Forsaken. They all think they're the best at everything. So like that makes sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a very bad note,
Yeah.
Moghedien knows that Nynaeve and Elaine are scheming with Brigida.
Yeah.
And turns out Moghedien knows Brigida.
Yeah. We know that she knows, but it's like she knows that she knows, and we know that she knows, so...
Yeah, so she wants to punish her for foiling her plans back in the Age of Legends or something.
We get Brigida's old name.
Taryn?
Tiadra.
Tiadra, that's what it is.
That's what it is. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
But it's like now we know that she knows who Brigida is, and Brigida knows who she is, and that they know who she is, so...
And they're all like watching for show.
Yeah, exactly.
She is watching and knows what's going on. So, to end the chapter, Moghedien is thinking about getting her revenge on the three of them. So, she'll just like have to get them from the shadows before they even know what's happening.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I mean, it looks like she's still out for blood, but she's still hiding.
Yeah,
so.
I'm liking that Moghedien isn't gone. Remember, I was like, oh, maybe she's just like weaker and getting her strength back somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we are not going to see her for a little while.
Yeah.
Like, I like that this arc is continuing, and this is the new, oh my god, this is the thing they have to worry about.
It's like something that's going to happen at some point in the future.
The issue is the only one who knows that this is like an actual serious issue is Egwene. Well, sort of, actually, because Brigida just told Elaine that Moghedien is watching you.
They're all kind of like on the same page, so...
Yeah, except that this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that Nynaeve and Elaine really get the danger they're in.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
Nynaeve thinks to herself, oh, I'm just as strong, if not stronger than Moghedien, so even if she tries to attack me,
I could probably beat her.
I'll just beat her.
Yeah.
So, false sense of security.
Yeah. Are we
not
thinking...
understanding all the complexities of everything that anyone could ever do with the power, and thinking that, oh, I'm so good with the power, even though you never learned anything with the power.
Yeah. So just for the record, we know that Moghedien's the spider. We know she's like doing a lot of plotting right now. She's clearly just like kind of watching.
Is this why you're scared of spiders?
No, I was afraid of spiders long before this.
Okay.
So, I mean... But do you think that this is going to be like a slow burn? Like Moghedien's going to like hide in the shadows for like a while still before she like acts?
At the end of this book...
Oh, okay. Okay.
Maybe will be the Moghedien showdown.
Okay, again?
What do you mean again?
I mean, that was like the end of last book was Moghedien showdown.
Yeah.
Do you think we're getting that again in another book?
Maybe, but maybe it'll be like a Tel'aran'rhiod showdown.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
I mean, like, we had 3 books in a row of Beelzebub showdowns.
True.
So what's to stop me from thinking it'll happen again this time?
That's true, that's true. Okay.
At this point, I'm having a hard time predicting because I know the book style, the writing style, changes. So I don't know if I should predict a showdown, like, at the end of each book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a big,
Like, and how long would they drag out this Moghedien thing? Because it seems to be, like, the big thing that's happening.
Okay, yeah, I get that too.
Like, we have the Moghedien and Nynaeve Elaine situation.
Yeah.
And we have the Ravine Morgaze situation.
Yeah.
And then we have the Rand
Couladin
situation. Haven't heard from Perrin.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Unless, I just can't see that he's... Because you know how I said they were going to go to Saldea?
Yeah.
And we know that Fail's dad and my cousin are doing stuff.
We do know
so,
that.
like, did they get to Saldea and all that stuff that's happening, Perrin and Fail are actually with them? Because, like, I would like that. That leads me to believe that I'm wrong. Because anything I would like with Perrin, like, isn't going to happen.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop speculating.
Yeah.
We actually have quite a bit of
stuff to do. It's time to go. We got stuff to do. Yeah,
we got a vacation to go on.
Yeah, we're leaving in the morning, so okay.
All right. And with that being said, I'm going to say that before you get trapped in a dream where you're having a baby and you definitely don't want it, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
That's all for now, but until next time, thank you so much for listening to this episode. The Wheel Weaves is hosted by Dani and Brett, edited by Dani, produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Mozyme, Moltude, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jamie Young, Cody Feltz, Giannis, and Megan Smiley, with music by Audionautics.com. If you're interested in supporting us and helping us to make really great content, you can head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. And you'll also get access to some really great bonus content like early access to our regular episodes, bonus episodes, unedited video episodes, access to our live recordings, monthly Q&As, and more like stickers and keychains. Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter at The Wheel Weaves Podcast. We'd also love for you to join the conversation over at our Discord, and you can find the link to that in our bios on those social medias. We'd love for you to tell a friend about us. Referrals really are the best compliment. We'd love for you to leave a review and subscribe. That really does make a huge difference. Thanks so much again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.